What's up, guys? AW here. Sorry, I for the introduction. I was muted for a little bit because I was a little bit busy there. Still kind of am busy, but I'm here to talk. Don't worry, guys. Please just like and subscribe. Shut up, Red Itty. Red. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna just. I'm gonna. I feel a good move. We're gonna give some good memberships, gifting memberships today. So yeah. All right. There we go. So I decided to give some memberships today. I'm gonna say hello. Welcome to the channel. Here we go. So, yeah, so I gifted, as you see here, so Jeffrey Miller, welcome to the AWO for life. Anthony Beltray, welcome back. Um, Anthony Cheeseman, welcome. I haven't seen him much. Noah Gonzalez and Justy Views. Thank you for joining the AWO. Oh, yeah, this is also on X. I forgot this was on X. But yeah, so welcome to the AWO, guys. Right? I think I vibe blinded to this. Yeah, okay, blinded to this. I hope you like my thumbnail. Okay. Okay. Come say hello in the chat. I love spreading misinformation and not citing my source. Hello, Anthony. All right. So we're gonna have fun today. We're not gonna detract anybody today. No detracting. No. Thank you. No pubabo, Anthony. No detracting today. Actually, it's not. There might be a little detracting, but nothing major. Nothing major at all. Nothing like big. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah. So like I said, yeah, my ex account this game. Okay. So like, share, subscribe, comment below. Also, if you haven't joined membership, I know I just did gifted memberships. It's only for 5 people so far. It's only for 5. If you haven't yet, join membership down below. Not overly expensive. To do 2 tiers are not that much expensive. Um, I'm thinking of uploading. I don't know, uploading something tomorrow to membership. Actually, I'm getting back into uploading videos tomorrow. A video. I think I'm gonna start uploading a video tomorrow. I am. I'm much better. I mean, I know I've been live streaming, but if you've been paying attention, GTA 6. But if you've been paying attention in my past streams, you notice I have a cough and a sneeze. Well, that's I've been streaming, but I haven't made videos. But that is getting better. Better. I'm not. The cough is getting less and less. The sneeze is getting less and less. So I'm getting. You can still tell I'm a little bit on the mend, but I am much. I am basically almost there. Almost there. Almost 100%. So hopefully by tomorrow, I'm at least close to it. I don't even know if this is allergies or a cold or something else. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Okay, so let's bring this up. Wonder Woman. Let's talk about this. This is a DC stream, and no, not images. New, uh, encouraging update on Wonder Woman after Gal Gadot's exit. Okay, we're gonna bring this up, and you see my thumbnail for who I suggest should be Wonder Woman, right? That's Adiria. Is that Adiria? What's up, sideways? Adiria Adiria Jonah. If she was just previously in Andor, right? previously in Andor. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so James Gunn shares an encouraging update about Wonder Woman for the first time after Gal Gadot. Okay. I'm not the only. You're not the only one who believes this. Me, because I've been saying this too, Red, buddy. I've been saying this too. I think there's a chance. Okay, so let's get rid of this. So here we go. Here you got a summary down below. There's an outline, a summary down below. Okay. James Gunn shares an encouraging update on Wonder Woman's franchise future. Fans speculate about casting the next Wonder Woman after Gal Gadot. Warner Brothers or Gal Gadot, whatever. Warner Brothers plans a 10-year DC universe with a focus on bankable characters. Okay? So bankable, obviously Batman, top of the list. It has to be Superman and Wonder Woman, right? And it seems like Superman tickets may go on sale in a couple of weeks. Dang, I wish I planned to get. Okay. Let's call it Dina. Okay. Now I was blind and could join. I know, but they're just this is not them reporting on it. They don't. This is not them. Like this is reporting just on what James Gunn said. This is not them. They're not their news. Okay, uh, this is not them. Okay, so okay, let's go. Let's go. We don't need to see this paragraph. I don't need to read this paragraph. James Gunn hasn't given a concrete update about their take on Wonder Woman after Gal Gadot. However, respond to one of the queries about the Supergirl on social media. So he's answered a question about Wonder Woman and in the future of her in the DCU. So here we go. Here we go. You see here. Now, obviously, it's not much. Not much. I mean, you could speculate. You could speculate on here. I know Degrassi. I don't know if Degrassi's here. I know we tweeted this. We posted this. He saw the tweet of me sharing this stream out, but I haven't seen in the chat. Maybe he's in the chat. Okay. Okay. So here it is. So this guy, Bet Beaky Doll, who is definitely a Wonder Woman fan, asked, "Do you have any updates on Wonder Woman?" And the man himself, James Gunn, the man himself down below, James Gunn said, "Not to be sure publicly yet, but yes, encouraging." Okay, encouraging. So they have an idea for Wonder Woman, a plan for Wonder Woman, an idea for Wonder Woman. They're just waiting for the right time to publicly announce it. Maybe it has something to do with an upcoming project or a project's not announced. We know, uh, we know there is a prequel show on the Amazons, right? With Paradise Lost or something like that. There's a prequel show. I don't know if that's it. Whatever. We know that. We know the Amazons exist. If you saw Creature Commandos, you saw Cersei and the Amazon. We know they exist. So I assume Diana Prince does exist in the DCU already. What? I would assume. I would think so. DCU will flop harder after you phase 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Man, you're really focusing on the MCU, man. Past phase 9. We're not even at. We haven't even ended phase 6 yet. All right. Okay. So okay. Yeah. Are you gonna buy? Are you gonna buy all the? Are you gonna buy all the tickets to the theater? Are you gonna be okay? The Rippaverse. Oh, by the way, remember yesterday when we did my stream? When I did the stream on Jester Bell? Remember, guys, Jester Bell? If you don't know who she is, you probably now know. You probably now know who she is. Um, Blinded has told me, okay, yo, the grass. Blind has told me that Jester Bell, that she secretly, yeah, you know what I'm gonna say. She's secretly a Whippaverse fan in secret. Yo, okay, just say. Oh, yeah. And now apparently she can't handle the heat. She can't handle the heat of being called out. Okay. Okay, so let's go. So yeah. So we're gonna get Wonder Woman. It looks like they're close. I mean they're close. They have an idea. Okay. Wonder Woman! Okay, let's see. Okay. Goku tells Vegeta to fight Summer Empty and they go to a Thunderbolt screening. Yeah, well, is she? So, lesbians can like, but lesbians can like the Whippaverse. Why not? Aren't the Soska sisters lesbians? I don't know. Did they kiss each other? Does that make them lesbian? Oh, that's even more. Oh, okay. All right. So here's the paragraph. Here's the paragraph. Although Gunn didn't share too much, his update was enough to stir excitement among Wonder Woman fans. It was confirmation that they have huge for the character, but are not ready to share the details yet. DC fans will be looking forward for announcement of the casting of the title of the character now that Gunn has confirmed. Wonder Woman is on the radar. Moon Knight star May Calumet said she was ready to play the lead if Gunn would want her to take the role. Oh, that's going to create a controversy. All right. Oh yeah, Degrassi. Superman tickets are reportedly supposed to be on sale June 4th or something like that, guys. So that you know, possibly June 4th or a little bit later in June. Um, but also, fans suggest Eliza Gonzalez or Adira Arjona, who's my thumbnail, to be as the next Wonder Woman. On the other hand, some are convinced that Outpost star Jessica Green will be because she's beautiful and tall and fit. Well, here's something. Um, this actress Jessica Green, I don't know much about her because I haven't watched Outpost, but apparently I'm wondering for social media, whatever it was, Instagram, maybe X. I don't know what she uses. I don't know. I don't follow her. Apparently, she confirmed she kind of auditioned for something in the DCU. She auditioned for a role in the DCU. Um, so okay, so she admitted that. Okay, don't know much, and I saw her what she looked like. Um, she's an Australian actress, and she's yeah. If you saw her, yeah, you could see it. You could see her as Wonder Woman. She has a look for a young yeah. Which oh yeah, you know that lawsuit, the grant lawsuit that that lawsuit where they were suing Warner Brothers to make sure they don't get the movie doesn't get shown in some international countries like Canada. But this actress Jessica Green, yeah, I saw pictures of her. I'm like, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I have no problem with that, man. But here's the thing: how old is she? Okay, yeah, like I can see that. I can see that. But how old is she? How old is she again, Jessica Green? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Wonder Woman's immortal, right? So obviously, 32 years old. Yeah, she's perfect. She's right. It's not. I'm not opposed. Yeah, like check her out, guys, if you can. She's what this says here about her. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Liza Gonzalez. I heard Liza Gonzalez. Liza Gonzalez was very, very close. Liza Gonzalez was the runner up to Zoe Kravitz to play Selena Kyle in and yeah, they did, Degrassi. So Zoe Kravitz, Liza Gonzalez was the runner up to 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 Zoe Kravitz for Catwoman in the Batman, Matt Reeves Batman. She was the runner up, and so was Arna de Armis. She was also the runner up too. Another runner up. I think you have more than one runner up, right? You can have like two or three runner ups, right? You're allowed to do that, right? Like second and third place. Third place would be considered runner up, right? Um, yeah, and Nadira Arjona, who people want to fan cast. I mean, that's my thumbnail, and I'm like, and we'll talk more about this. But yeah, so Liza Gonzalez should be cast on my bad seats. Um, Liza Gonzalez and Arjuna Arjona, right? The thing is, what Wonder Woman? How do you cast Wonder Woman? Because Wonder Woman is a Mediterranean based character. She most likely needs an accent, right? Ella Purnell. I don't think she has a look for Wonder Woman. And the thing about Gal, no, I don't think Gal is a good actress. I don't. But she has a Mediterranean kind of look. Okay? And Wonder Woman is based on Greek mythology. You kind of need that look, and little bit, and a Spanish actress. Now, Adria Arjona is Spanish. She is Latin. She's not from Spain, obviously, but she's Latin. She knows Latin. She's from Puerto Rico, so that kind of fits. I mean, if you think about it, all Latin America is colonized from Spain or Portugal. The Portuguese colonized, or right, or Latin America is colonized by Spain. So obviously, she's a descendant of most likely a descendant of somebody from Spain or whatever. Like, I'm not getting into this, but right. So it kind of makes sense for her. Same with I mean she's Puerto Rican, so technically she's American, but you get the idea. Liza Gonzalez is Mexican. Yeah. Okay. It's Mexican, but she's still technically colonized by the Spanish. But- yes, each of those countries have their own culture, right? But they've all been colonized by either Spain or Portugal at some point. Like Brazil is Portugal. You get the idea. Those countries morph into their own culture. But right, like Canada and the U.S. were colonized by the English, but we have the Canadian culture. The U.S. has the American culture. Also, we're kind of colonized. Canada a little bit colonized by the French too. You get the idea. Okay, Aztec. Okay. So to me, I would go Adria Joya. Don't get me wrong. They're both stunning. Stunning. Okay. Stunning. And Wonder Woman, I mean, like, Wonder Woman has to be a beautiful actress. Yeah, I know Degrassi. Yeah, I know Degrassi. Yeah, I know. And you know what? this doesn't sound stupid if you think about it, because if you watch Ancient Aliens, Ancient Aliens, they always have those same people, ancient astronaut theorists or theorists, whatever they're called. They believe like the gods, the Greek gods, or the Egyptian gods, or things like that, or aliens, whatever in general, or even like God Himself or the angels. Are they possible aliens? It's aliens or stuff like that. So it's not really a ridiculous idea that I mean, like I think a lot of Snyder stuff is ridiculous, but it's actually not really ridiculous that Amazons could be descendants of something from an alien race. Yeah, like it's not a ridiculous idea. Like some of the stuff in the Snyder stuff that is planned for 2 and 3, like fucking like Batfleck pregnant Lois Lane to have his baby, and then she dies. And Superman raises that kid and names him. Like that's fucking ridiculous. That's stupid as fuck. That's stupid. Is Yellow Flash a pedal? I don't know, man. Okay. Well, blinded. Apparently, Jester Bell is having a meltdown. Okay. Okay. No. And Wonder Woman has to be a stunning, right? Yeah, I'm a little sick, man. I'm not horribly sick. I'm actually recovering. I'm okay. I'm okay now. I'm okay to do this. I'm okay to stream, right? It hasn't really affected me from streaming right. I'm okay. Yeah, Jester Bell is nuts. I mean, somebody broke her. Did you see the? Okay, that'd be a weird coincidence. That'd be weird coincidence. That would be planned. Like I don't know how to explain that. Like they're all connected somehow. Like maybe like in a way like somebody this would be like somebody intended this for to happen. For all these three to happen at the same time. And that's not a coincidence. Everyone I know is sick. I don't it's not COVID. I don't think it's RSV. I actually don't think it's either of those two. I don't know if it's a cold or allergies or something else. It's not a flu. Like I had this cough, and the cough is going. It's starting to get better and better. I had to sneeze. The sneezing's okay. I was sneezing a lot more yesterday, and everybody knows. Nobody knows it's actually less and less, and the sneezing is less and less. But um, I had the cough, and the cough was really annoying on Friday and Thursday. But I felt no other symptom. I didn't feel fatigue. I had no fever, or chest pains or anything. Right? All I had was a fucking cough. I'm like, coughs are annoying, right? Coughs are fucking annoying. But the cough over the Saturday today is starting to start. I'm still coughing, but not as much, not rapidly or sporadically. Yeah. So like, right, the sneezing and all of that is like I can deal with sneezing. Okay, sneezing is annoying is if it's stuff comes out like sneezing I can deal with. Okay. Okay. I don't think I got the bird flu, man. Okay. Comes in and out. Yeah. Fuck. I hope it's not the 108-day cough, man. Fuck. If that's the 100-day cough, that's whooping cough. Whoop. What's it called? The whooping cough. Yeah, it might be a sinus infection. The good news is if you're sneezing and coughing, that's usually if you're sneezing, that's a good sign. That's a good sign usually. It means you're getting better. This is not like I had in January or November. I'm like I don't know what's happening to my immune system. Like seriously. Yeah, I don't think it's bird flu, man. I would get worried if it's bird flu. I would get worried it's bird flu. Shut up. If I had bird flu, I'd probably be like streaming from a hospital bed. Oh man, so we gotta, and the funny thing is, I probably had COVID, but I never felt it. I probably was always asymptomatic to COVID. Yeah. All right, so let's continue this. All right, so what it says here. One thing is certain, Gunn will not hold an open casting call because it attracts thousands of auditions, making it difficult for them to filter the best ones. However, the Guardians of the Galaxy director is confident in their casting strategy because, according to Gunn, they only hired the best. I don't. Yeah, yeah, I know Rebel Moons. Yeah, they're pretty much canceled. How? What was the casting call for Superman? What was the casting call for Superman? How big was the casting call for Superman? Because I got this. Because I'm gonna take this as a grain of salt. Well, I mean, there's somebody who said working on Rebel Moon say it would take like a miracle for him to basically a miracle to do the next Rebel Moon movie. Yeah, you see, like he's like Zack Snyder basically ruined his career once he's in bed with the Saudis. Once he goes in bed with the Saudis, that's a career killer, man. Okay. Oh, you should see me. I commented on a video from Capia about Rebel Moon, and I almost had like 100 likes, and there's like 20 comments. 20 comments under my comment. Go check it out, man, if you can. I'll post the link. I'll post the link for you guys. Okay, to see it if I can find it. Yeah, I can find it. I know where it is. Here, I wonder if that. Oh, see, it's right. You'll see it. You'll see it. So yeah, I would assume this is an open call then. Okay. I was watching. Oh, funny thing, little Marvel, little off topic here, little Marvel, a little back to DC. I'm watching Asmongold, right? So he was talking about. He did a video on Ironheart and how Marvel's trying to bury Ironheart, right? And that video says, yeah, so Marvel, yeah, nobody, this show's gonna be buried because nobody knows who the actress is and she's not now well known. And then the list he mentions a couple of actors like Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. was well known. That's why he's Iron Man. And then he put Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth wasn't really well known before he got Thor. Chris Hemsworth was major work in 5 minutes of Star Trek, but he wasn't really well known until Thor. I saw that Degrassi. I'm like, Chris Hemsworth wasn't that big until he became Thor. The only time people knew Chris Hemsworth, he was in Star Trek for 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I read that. You can't. Jabba the Hutt. Oh, you get if you. Oh yeah. By the way, if you do end up joining membership, you get to use those emojis. Did she audition for Shuri? I didn't know. Yeah. Yeah, but I'll drink a beer with Charlie. All right. So yeah, like me and Blinded. And I know Blinded. We agree on this, and I think even DeGrasse agrees on this. Idira Jonah is our Wonder Woman. She has a look and she can act. Do you see how in Andor, how just how her face, her emotions with her face, the sadness you see on her sometimes, the like you see it, like you see it Andor, her like yeah, in the last 3 episodes, she was I'm gonna spoil Andor if you haven't seen it. She has a kid, but you just see that ending, and you see the face she looks up. Okay, but you see throughout the other, especially 4, 5, and 6, how she played like basically at the like she was in love with Andor, but she was not happy. Not because of Andor, but she was not happy, and she played that well. You fell for that. You believed her. Like okay, that's what a good actors and good actresses can do, really really well. Okay, and I've seen her in other stuff. I mean, yeah, Morbius, obviously, but Morbius, she was not the problem. Morbius, she couldn't get we couldn't get the best out of her because it was a terrible movie overall. Like Jared Leto was bad. I wouldn't say I'm not gonna say she's bad or good in it because she played kind of what the role gave her, right? Um, you see her in what's that show? Oh, the remake. She could do comedy. I know she did comedy with Glenn Powell. She's coming. I believe she has an upcoming miniseries Amazon with Charlie Hunnam. Yeah, Charlie Hunnam and others. Oh yeah, she was in Morbius. Okay, and I think she has definitely the potential look, demeanor, character, and presence that a Wonder Woman should have. Oh my god, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Harry Cavill could never generate 1 billion. I like Dan Corstress. Are you like the biggest snipe? Are you like the biggest Superman of Shill, Randy? 1974? Yeah, wow. Wow. Yeah, oh, I see this. Yeah, Kathleen Crosby looks like nothing like Diana Prince. She looks totally different. Ah, yeah, I can see why they decided not to go through with that. Yeah, Voltron's going straight to MGM Plus Prime Video. Um, yeah, I mean, I could pull up 2011 Wonder Woman. Also, I could pull that up. That was pretty bad. Like, yes, yes, he's gonna play the anti-monitor. No, you know more like the anti-monitor. And people are like Batman. Batman would be more like the anti-monitor. Okay. Just you get you a good look of what green looks like. Um, yeah, she does. This is what Jessica Green looks like. To let you all know. Yeah, would it be wild if Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck played anti-monitor? This is Jessica Green. Okay. Yeah, stunning as hell. If Karen fight with the anti-monitor. Oh my god, the librarians. What's that? Oh, the librarians is coming back. Huh? Noah Wiley's coming back to as executive producer of the librarians. Oh wow. To study for Diana. I I don't think he's gonna be in it. How define be in it? Physically or like in the paper or on the news? How define? To study for Diana? Degrassi. That's impossible. How can you be? How is that possible? No, I did not. I'm trying to find it. I can't see it anywhere. Oh man. May 25th. Hey, hey. I'm watching the Librarians now. The next Librarians show on May 24th for District Jessica Green. Oh, she was in Air also. Oh man, that the Librarians is where Rebecca made Rebecca made her kind of her comeback or no comeback. It's just too perfect. Look how she. Oh, okay, we get okay. Gina Carano should be Wonder Woman. We should get Gina Carano then. Remember? Gina Carano, you want Gina Carano as Wonder Woman? We can get Gina Carano. How about Wanda Rousey? No, I haven't read his worst ass. No, worst ass. How about? Oh, she even has YouTube. Okay, don't go to her YouTube. Yeah, you like it blinded. All right. I almost said Rebecca May Stamos. I know she was married to John Stamos for a while. All right. Alrighty then. Wonder Woman. I'm gonna steal lines. I'm gonna steal lines for from John Campia. All right, guys. Are you excited for? Are you excited for Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman in the DCU? Leave in the comments down below. All right. All right. Batman Part 2. Yeah. So we'll take it from comicbook.com even though they do a lot of clickbait. No shit, Batman's a DCU. We saw him in Creature Commandos. Okay, back. All right. Here's the latest on the where the Batman 2 stands regarding his script. Has there when was the last time a movie? Oh, Blade has Blade is like this right now. All right. Fear is a tool. Oh, what? Fear is a tool. When the light hits, whatever. Okay. According to the rap, the delay simply stemmed from the fact Matt Reeves is just a slow, methodical writer. He's reportedly been submitting multiple pages at a time for more than a half a year, rather than a complete script. Given the style of his work, Reeves expected to finally have a full, complete first draft before Memorial Day holiday on May 26th. Okay, okay, but does it take? Is it? But does it take 3 to 4 years to write? Like seriously. Okay. I don't know. Like it's been it's been it would be 5 years from the film. Obviously, obviously, if this is the case, you're going to production sometime this year. Obviously, end of this year. But like, slow mythical rider, is he one of those writers where he crashed? He questions everything, everything he everything he writes into the script. Like, not everything is not good enough. What he can make better. Like, even though it's good enough. Is he one of those people that are always like? Because there's people like that where nothing is good enough, right? It's like, oh, I'll tell you one thing. Is he like that? Because I have people in my family that are like, example, like, people go to family houses, they make you dinner, and their food is good, but they think their food is not good. Is there people like that? Is that what Matt Reeves thinks? That you can always do better? Like sometimes when you think like that, it actually makes things worse, right? You're overthinking things, overthinking things. Is that kind of writer he is? He overthinks some stuff, almost in everything. I can understand overthinking some stuff um, in certain points of the script. Not overthinking stuff point of a script, but overthinking everything during a script. Like I feel, what I'm trying to say here. Like, you don't need to overthink every single thing, right? And so how does the rap know? Oh, this is from Humberto Gonzalez, right? The rap. This is apparently from Humberto Gonzalez. I think who wrote this article was from the rap, right? Um, so Humberto Gonzalez. So who told him this? Matt Reeves representatives or the DC or James Gunn or Peter Safran's representatives? Oh fuck! Oh, I just saw. Oh my god, my time to shine! I just saw my time to shine say you guys laugh. My time to shine is saying Marvel Studios is looking at Daniel Day Lewis to play Magneto, and I'm like, okay, here's the thing, but it's still my time to shine. Understandable. It's understandable why. But like, it's still my time to shine. Ah, oh my god, fuck. He didn't. Okay, so like, cause look, Degrassi, guys, I'm like that too. I'm like that too. I overthink things too. I'm like that too. Okay, I think we're all at one point where something is good enough, but we don't think it's good enough, right? Yeah, that's bullshit. So I don't know what she looks like, so I'm not gonna judge her. Is my time to strike Jester Bell? Do it, just do it, man, just do it, just do it. Is it gonna be? It's not. What's his name? Smythe, right? What's his first name? It's Smythe. What's his first name? What's Smythe's first name? I forget. Right? What's Smythe's first name? Um, I forget. Spencer, something like that. Oh, not Spencer. I don't know. Just change the first name to a female name. But yeah, all right. So I don't know what's put Alistair. Yeah, Alistair. Alistair's my first bet. Yeah, I think it's Alistair. So what would be a female name for Alistair? Version of Alistair, Alex? Because there's a lot of females named Alex too, right? Like Alexa, right? Alexandria, right? But yeah, let's hope it's Batman, right? Let's hope let's hope this is a positive. Um, Here's the thing, Spencer. Yeah, it is Spencer. Alistair is just that's what I mean, Alistair. Yeah, let's hope it's a pause. But I'm getting tired of this Batman news. Really, part two, until something official comes out. Where right, I'm like something like that, an actual update because I'm just tired. Okay, so slow methodical writer. Understood. Understood. But does everybody have time for that? So if that's the case, they could have developed another. They could have developed. They could have had another. Okay, they should have had another Batman. You should say that blinded. You should do that. They think they. Some people are suggesting Sadie Sink is playing Mayday Parker, and one of the rumors is that possibly that she might be like Tobey Maguire's daughter or something like that. I mean, like this is not stupid. But okay, if this is the case, I think the Batman and Warner Bros. Should have cut. They should have had another DCU, not DCU, but another Batman show. Okay, in the okay. I think because look, I love the Batman. Most of the people here love the Batman. I love Penguin, but just waiting another 2.5 years for the next Batman movie, after waiting 2.5 years from Batman to Penguin, now we have to wait another 2.5 years. Yeah, Jeff Snyder is saying this. Yeah, she's not. I know. Blinded. I know. Sarah Snoke is gonna play the female Norbert Osborn. Let's just put that rumor out there. Blinded. They're gonna gender band Norbert Osborn and the Norma Osborn. You should put that rumor out there. Ah. But really, they should have had another show. I know they canceled one, right? They canceled the Arkham. Arkham was supposed to be that. The GCP, well, GCPD became that. Arkham now is a DCU, but Arkham show's been canceled. Like, what the fuck? They should have never canceled the GCPD, or the Arkham show. Ugh. They should have never done that. Mate. Okay. Alan's fully on board. Well, wait till he sees it. So he's just like executive producer on it. I, I mean, it's good. I mean, because we know how Alan Moore is with his adaptations, right? And he hates his live adaptations. We know how Alan Moore is. Mayday Parker. They have no fucking idea who she's gonna be. Jean Grey. Remember they all thought she was gonna be Jean Grey because they think has like red hair? Ugh. And rumors are Daisy Edgar Jones to be Jean Grey and Glenn Powell to be Cyclops. So I'm like, why? Because he saw Twisters and he thought they'd be good enough to be Jean Grey and Cyclops? Yeah, I think it's gonna. I still think it's gonna be Firestarter or Firestar, whatever her name is. Firestar, not Firestarter. Oh my god, that's a movie. All right, so the pillars of the DCU. It's the pillars of the DCU. Okay, it's actually so the pillars of DCU apparently are going to be these four characters. The obvious: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. But the fourth one, you would think Green Lantern, the Flash, even Aquaman, right? Maybe even Shazam. Nope, nope. It's Supergirl. Supergirl is going to be considered a pillar of the DCU, a fourth pillar of the DCU, the main four that's going to lead the DCU. Now, those three are obvious, but Supergirl is going to one that people get talking about because, yeah, Supergirl has her own stories, has having her own movie. It's just that we see Supergirl as kind of like a sidekick, kind of to Superman, right? Right, kind of like a side story to Superman, basically a side. Not, I would say a sideshow, but to Superman, right? But those three other characters are not. Batman is his own thing. Superman is his own thing. Wonder Woman is his own thing. Flash is his own thing. Green Lantern is different. It depends, right? But Aquaman is his own thing. Daniel Ben Carey says, "Say you think it's Sandra Smith." You should bring that movie. Okay. She had her own CW show. Yeah, yeah, of course. And then, yeah, Alan Moore wants his money and credit. Okay. Hell no. You think you know what? Alan Moore's gonna fucking hate the MCU version now. I guarantee you, blinded, Alan Moore would hate the MCU if they adapted anything adapted from his stuff. He would hate it. I don't think he'll like it. I don't think. Good. They can do a lot of Superman stuff with her that they can't otherwise won't do with Superman. I guess from a personal kind of thing. And I know people are gonna like Superman, and I guarantee you there's gonna be simps for the actress. And the actress, like, yo, if you've seen a fucking, if you've seen an actress, uh, Millie Alcock, I'm not talking about Game of Thrones. I'm talking, I'm talking the upcoming is it Netflix? That Netflix show, Sirens. You see what she looks like in that show? Oh, you're gonna love her as Supergirl. I'm talking about the male perverts. I'm saying that. I'm telling you that. Like you see, just watch. See it. I'm just saying. I know you probably don't know, but most of you probably don't know this. But Sirens, man. Just take a look at her. That's her in there. Supergirl. She has an innocence look about her. And you know, men that love the innocence look about a woman. Okay, I'm telling you, she's gonna be, how can I say, the Scarlett Johansson of DCU in terms of simps and people like that. Shows. I'm telling you. And she's young too. She's only like 22, 23. Okay. Obviously, she's gonna be a pillar because she's a second movie, right? She is the second movie, right? Clayface should be a pillar. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Now we'll. Older man can fuck off. Hey, yeah, yeah. You tell John Capia. Tell John Capia to fuck off. Fuck no. Alan Moore will never want anything to do with the MCU. We know this. Al, no, Supergirl should not be the Teen Titans movie. I don't think so. I don't think she was ever really a Teen Titans person. Most like when we talk about Teen Titans, we really don't think of Supergirl and Teen Titans. Al, Al that's intended to pitch a Mr. Terrific origin series, HBO, but strikes. Yeah, and we can have a strike next year too, right? We can have another strike next year. What? Man, it's too early to talk about possibly strikes next year. Too early. We'll have to give. Yeah. But obviously, Batman always has to be a pillar. If you're gonna build the DCU, Batman always has to be a pillar. Superman always has to be a pillar, right? But you got more. I mean, you have a lot of pillars, right? Supergirl could be a pillar because they're a second movie, and she's gonna be very important in DCU. Flash has to be a pillar because lot of big stories involved with Flash and his time traveling ability. Lanterns too, right? Um, Blind, why don't you come on, man? Come on. I want you to talk. I sent you an invite. Where did Red go? Did he go to his Diddy party? Okay. Okay. But this is important. I like this idea. Um, I'm gonna see something. Oh yeah, I just saw it. I just saw it. If you want to be spoiled, don't check out. I saw what the supposed post credit scenes are, and I supposedly might be the big first DCU villain. Um, I'm not gonna spoil it here. Just don't listen to Chris Gore. Okay, avoid Chris Gore right now. Okay, just saying that. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I'll just say this: it might reveal the first big DCU villain. I'm not gonna say who it is. Just a hint. Go see the movie, and it kind of makes sense why. It might be a Supergirl movie. I'm not gonna say what it is or who it is. Yeah. Now, honestly, Chris Gore is a hack, and I'll be honest with you guys here. When when I think Sideways told me like back in March when there was supposed to be a reveal of the Marvel, like Marvel's supposed to reveal something the next day. And I'm like, it's from Chris. Is yeah, that same guy. I didn't believe him because it's from Chris Gore. It's it's from Chris Gore. I didn't believe him. So I'm not gonna take it with a grain of salt. I'm I'm gonna take perhaps I'll have a salt. I'll have salt with me, but I won't throw it yet. Okay. If if I'll do it live on air. I'll do it live on air. When I do the Superman spoiler review, and we see what the post credit scene, if it's really true what he says, I'll take the salt and not throw it all. But if it's bullshit, I'll throw the salt live on air. Live on air. Hear me, guys. I'll take a salt. I'll take salt and throw it live on air. Okay? If it's bullshit. Okay? Now, now I want you guys to do me a favor. Make sure, make sure I don't forget that. Okay? Blind, don't really say what it is because I know what you know. I know. All right? All right, Blind, come on, buddy. Come on. I mean, look, it does make sense. And I got, yeah, here we go. Wait, remember the Grassy wasn't here. I don't think in the stream, but when I detracted Jester Bell, and yeah, Chris Gore, yeah, I just typed it in on I typed it when yeah, yeah. So I was watching Jester Bell, right, and her whole theory is based on that one scene. Like literally 10, 15 seconds from the trailer of that one scene. It was supposedly a 12 to 15, a 10 to 15-minute scene. Like, how can you base, how can you base an opinion on a 10-second mashup, right? In the trailer, right? Because wasn't, right? 10 to 15 seconds, right? How can you base it on, oh, Chris Gore is leaking potentially the post-credit scene to Superman. I'll tell you privately, Degrassi. What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Did everybody sound that bad, or
No, you just sounded different.
okay? Yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah,
Cough and sneeze.
yeah, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, did you get a new mic or something, or were you sick? But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna play Marvel Rivals while we talk because I haven't played Marvel Rivals in more than a couple of days.
yeah, yeah. Just talking DC news. Apparently, Jester Bell is having a breakdown after getting detracted. I don't know.
Yeah, she apologized for the Superman video, which no one cares if you apologize. Like, it's the fact that you made this stupid video complaining about this movie. It's just dumb. By the way, Chris Gore, because you're talking about Chris Gore, he did get that the Avengers thing right.
Yeah,
Remember?
I didn't believe him at first because it is Chris Gore.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if the entire thing for Superman out there.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I'll look and see. But yeah, the post credit scene has two big characters, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah,
I mean, one of them I can believe because well, won't say I won't give any hints, but I mean like it makes sense. It's like okay, well, yeah, that makes sense that they would tease that. The other
yeah,
character, I'm curious to see what they like. Yeah, well, like would that be in a sequel or
yeah,
would that be a bigger villain? I don't think we're gonna get the Justice League right away. It seems like they're gonna build up the Justice League kind of slowly, so I don't think he.
it
I
could
want to
be
say
like
he
a
or she, but
mini, not like not you know. I would say this. You know how in Marvel movies, there's the villain of the movie, right?
right.
Usually, right? But then there's the big bad villain that closes all the phases, right? Like Doom is going to be like that, and Thanos is like that. Maybe this is something different than Marvel does, where this villain is potentially more than not really the big bad villain, but not a one movie villain,
Not a one movie villain. Yeah.
right? Like he's in the
Well,
middle.
I hope the DCU villains that they have are not one and done villains.
Yeah,
I think they should get away from that. I mean, DC's not even. I mean, Marvel can throw away the villains because they have no use for them, but DC villains, like, there's quite a few villains that they have that people
I
like, and they stay around for lots of different stories. So I don't see why they would get
I
rid of them
I would like to
so
see
quickly.
Marvel actually keep some of the villains alive and form a villainous team.
Yeah, I wish we got the Masters of Evil. I don't know why
Or yeah,
Marvel has never done that, but
I think DC is going to do that. I think they're going to form a villainous team.
mm,
Like I think that's the end all be all. I mean, they were doing. I think Snyder was even planning to do that. Uh, yeah, I mean Jester Bell. Yeah, the thing is, Jester Bell based her whole fucking video on that one one scene in the trailer, is supposedly 10 to 12 minutes long, and she compared it to fucking Shazam. Okay,
right.
like Zachary Levi's Shazam. Have you seen other adaptations of Shazam? He's still kind of yeah. He's supposed to have wisdom with Solomon, but he's still a little bit acting like a child. He's a little bit naive too,
Mm.
right? Yeah. Well, fuck Snyder fans.
But fuck the Snyder fans. I don't give a shit what they have to say.
They're so delusional thinking Red Moon's happening, but it's actually being pretty much canceled. Okay.
Yeah, well, no one, listen, they didn't bother supporting Rebel Moon. They didn't hype it up. Every
I
breath they took when Rebel Moon was out was about the DC
I
stuff. So who
I hate the
cares?
argument. I hate to argue. There's a million people watch Red Moon, and people are like, okay, how many people stayed watching it?
Yeah, not a lot of people.
Here's the thing about streaming. Streaming, they calculate the time, right? They calculate the
Mhm.
time, right?
Well, that second movie bombed on Netflix.
Oh, it was worse than the first movie.
Yeah,
I don't care if the
so
director
there's
cut it. It's like
no.
it was much worse than the fucking first movie. I'm
I
saying,
think
like it.
Netflix is probably going to get away from Zack Snyder now. I think didn't that Twilight
Yeah.
of the Gods thing came out and
Apparently
they
that was
don't.
okay, but nobody talked about it.
Yeah, Army of the Dead movie got canceled. They're not going to do anything with Zack Snyder. It's pretty much over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one thing that Zack Snyder could have done that might have been interesting at Netflix, David Leitch is doing now. So no point in hyping up Zack Snyder.
Have you heard Zachary? Yeah, fucking Zachary Levi's a fan of Whippoverse. Oh,
Really? Oh man. Well,
yeah,
you
he
know
was supposed to.
Jester Bell is a fan of the verse as well.
Yeah, yeah, you could tell. Have you ever watched a movie where two characters are having a dialogue as the film cuts between events relevant to the conversation? Yeah, Yeah, I have. Yeah, for sure. Like like these people they think they know. They think Superman cannot get frustrated and lash out. Okay, and get angry.
I don't know. I don't know
Right.
why these people have these like weird expectations. I mean, my guess is they don't actually read. That's my guess because I don't know why they're complaining about some of this stuff.
And
It's like very minor things they're complaining about, character
yeah,
emotions,
it's
like
like
this, like it's stupid.
Dresser Bell says Superman is wise and mature. Yeah, but mature people do
But
sometimes
this is a young, but this is
lash
a
out.
younger Superman
Yeah.
too.
Well, Sideways brought this
Like
up
you're
the other
talking about
day.
a
Yeah, the
character
other
who's
day.
much older.
Yeah, yeah. She brought up the. Her point was from Justice League. Was it Justice League? Yeah, was it Justice League with the Lois and Superman? Kind of like, kind of like, just she was kind of interviewing him and how she was questioning Superman in the Justice League, and he didn't kind of yell, but he was getting frustrated. He was still getting frustrated.
Mhm.
That was a much older Superman. The way that the Superman show in the Justice League Super, it feels like a much older Superman, like a much
Well,
a
Superman. I
Superman that's
mean,
been
why
around.
would first off, one does
But
she think Superman's like Doctor Manhattan? Like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, when has Superman not have like fucking emotions? He's not a stoic character. What is she talking about?
Superman's never been a stoic character.
No,
It's
no, I
like
have no fucking clue what she's talking about. I mean, first off, one, she talks like she knows shit, but then it's like he clearly
nice.
doesn't know anything, or she
Yeah,
like doesn't really know what she's talking about. But like she tries to pass it
yeah.
off like, oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about, and then you spread fucking misinformation about shit.
If she all of a sudden she's apologizing for it.
Yeah, she's only apologizing so like a ton of her fans can go, oh, it's okay, it's no big deal, it's not a big
Yeah,
deal. That's
she's
the
making
reason
herself the
why.
victim. Make yourself the victim, right? She's trying to make herself the victim. There. This is not. You just. And now she says she's not going to make rage bait kind of videos
Yeah, that's a
anymore.
fucking lie. That's a fucking lie.
How many times have we heard that before with people?
She says that all the time, but she does rage. Like her whole channel now is just rage bait. It's all
Yeah.
about complaining about oh, this is not good enough, and like going into like weird details, and then also getting things wrong as if she didn't even watch the show. And like she did this with Daredevil, and it's like, how can you how can you actually say that you watched the show and then you can get basic things in the plot wrong? Like,
Hmm.
it's like you didn't even understand what was going on. It was like, seriously, I'm not talking about like what it meant. I mean, like basic plot elements you couldn't understand. Like, clearly, you shouldn't be making a review if you barely understand what is going on in the show, right? Like the
Hmm.
actual objective activity of the show, which is character went here and did this. That's objective, right? That's what we can all see on screen. What did the
So she.
character? So it's stupid. It's actually stupid what she's saying
Yeah.
half of the time.
Yeah. You know what I think what it is? One also another reason because she got exposed on X.
Yeah, people were clowning her on X.
Yeah. And then when she found that out, she was kind of enjoying it, And then all of a sudden, she comes out today
Yeah,
apologizing for it.
well, she always like reacts to like comments and stuff like in her posts.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Like, you don't have to react to every single little post someone makes, like not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Exactly. Ugh. I just, yeah. You saw I know you're. Oh, also, what do you think? Like, she thinks Fantastic Four is gonna make 400 million.
Yeah, I don't.
And what's the argument? Because Captain America 4 and Thunderbolts were not making that much money.
Yeah, and then
True,
she said,
but
well, oh, Thunderbolts did well critically and it didn't move the needle. And it's like, well, first off, one, I don't think anybody thought. I think there was a high chance that it could have made money, a decent amount of money. I mean, it passed 300
yeah.
million this weekend, and it's what, second weekend?
Why do you want to do
Not
bad CGH
great
or block CGH?
than CGH. I haven't even seen that guy in a
No.
long time.
Oh, I think he's frustrated Max. That's what I heard.
Uh,
Yeah. Go ahead. What are you saying?
no, yeah, I mean, the movie isn't doing all that great, but I don't
It just
really think
passed 300 million now.
yeah, I don't
So,
think Marvel expected it to do gangbusters at all. I mean,
do you
yeah,
feel
like
like
clearly now it seems like maybe the average going forward for a Marvel movie that is not super hyped is maybe like 400 million.
yeah, also these are characters that people really don't know that much.
Yeah, they're not like extremely beloved characters like a Deadpool or
Except for Bucky Barnes, like
Spider-Man.
the most well known character of the whole thing.
Yeah, Bucky's
Okay.
pretty beloved, but I mean, we haven't seen him carry his own movie,
But
right?
he's
And
not
he's not in the movie a lot too. That's another
no,
thing too. He's not the
no.
main character of the movie.
He's there as a character because he knows what it's like, right? He knows what
Yeah.
it's like. The Thunderbolts are going through, especially Lena and all those. He knows what it's like. That's his role in that film. It's the Thunderbolts, the forming group, but it's not really about Bucky. It's not. It's a. But yeah, the thing is with Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four, yes, we haven't seen the Fantastic Four in the MCU, but and yes, the movies have failed. The previous incarnations have failed. I know Degrassi disagrees with me here, and Fantastic Four are much more well known than the Thunderbolts. This, okay, even if it's the first appearance in the MCU, they're still much more well known than the Thunderbolts. Okay, and
I
that
think the
itself,
movie is going to make, if the movie is extremely good and has like tons of, I think if it, even if it just ends up in the 80s at Rotten Tomato,
uh,
I think it would do more than 400 million.
here's a hot take: if Fantastic Four does 400 million, Avengers Doomsday is not going to do 2 billion.
No, I don't even know if Avengers Doomsday will do 2 billion right now. I think that might be a reach. I think maybe like a a billion point five, 1.5.
Oh, I'll say
That
this: if Fantastic Four is not, it makes 400 million is not that good. I don't think Avengers Doomsday will make 1.5 billion.
I don't think Avengers Doomsday right now is gonna make more than Infinity War.
Oh, Fantastic Four, because I know you make a lot of jokes about Kevin Feige, third time a chance or whatever.
Right.
That's why. um, yeah, I'm just
We'll
like,
have to see
oh,
with Avengers Doomsday because it's like, yeah, they have
it's
the X-Men and everything, but I mean, right now it's like if there was like a ton of hype, like a
the
Fantastic
problem.
Four needs to do extremely well, and then
The problem
maybe
is,
we could
I
consider
know I
that.
disagree with most of the scoopers. I wish they would shut up about who's going to play the X Men until after Avengers: Doomsday Secret Wars, because
But they didn't even know the X-Men were going to be in Avengers Doomsday.
that's true too. It's all Secret Wars.
Who's Cooper? Who's it? If anything, hell, remember last year? I was literally saying, "Oh, I will
And
put out a fake rumor that the next Avengers movie is X Men versus Avengers."
and the thing is, they're casting Cyclops, even though Cyclops is already in Avengers: Doomsday. Like, can't
Yeah,
they
we already
wait?
know that.
I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously James Mars is not going to be a Cyclops going future. That's going in the future,
Oh,
right?
you're
That's
talking
current.
about the MCU version of
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Also, have you noticed Deadpool Wolverine's on Crave?
yeah. I did notice that. I think it's because it's a Fox movie.
Yeah,
Because
yep,
I was like, there is Fox X-Men movies on Crave.
yeah. So Spider Man's also on it because Spider
Yeah,
Man's on
with that
Crave.
Sony. But if you
Yeah,
notice, with Fantastic Four and X-Men, um, it says Fox. It doesn't just say like Marvel Studios. It says Fox. So I think there is some contract in place with the characters
and, and
and them
Marvel's
being under Fox, so they can't.
okay.
That's just
So
my guess. I don't know what there
that
was a
mean and
rumor saying that the reason why we never got MCU X-Men like within the first, 4 or 5 phases was because
mm,
um there was some deal with like basically the Fox X-Men characters had some contract that expired in a certain year, and
hmm
so they couldn't recast the characters. I don't know if that's true, but the more that we see that, hey, it says Fox and all this stuff like that, and They're
And
still
that just
using the Fox characters. It still seems like maybe that might be true. I don't know.
it just means X Men when that film comes out for MCU, it's gonna be Fox. It's
Mhm.
still gonna be Fox, right? It's gonna be Fox Studios.
Maybe,
Still,
maybe not. We'll see.
what do you think,
We'll
Degrassi? Will
see.
the X Men movies still be like Deadpool, Wolverine, Fox?
Sorry.
But yeah, like it's funny. So I could watch on Disney Plus or Crave.
Mm.
Like Scooper should go scoop himself. Uh,
And then they can go scoop
because
themselves.
I'm hearing like all these different rumors for the young Cyclops, like Patrick Schwarzenegger, Glenn Powell, this other guy. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you come up with so many random names in such a short amount of time? It's like, are you just picking names out of your hat?
Yeah, it seems okay.
Marvel Studios X Men. Yeah, like with Jessica Bell, she's hating everything. Everything is in her.
'Cause it gets
Um,
reviews. Like the moment she turned into everything is just I'm just gonna hate on everything. Like, yeah, I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth.
yeah, her Thunderbolts review
Nothing.
was.
I'm watching that Daredevil review that she did where she's like, "Oh, actually, I didn't like the movie, or I didn't like the show." And then you watch it and then you're like,
Oh,
she misrepresents everything. Like she says like, "Oh, the that episode, the filler episode where uh Daredevil meets up with Kamala Khan's dad." She says the whole episode is dedicated to Miss Marvel. Like, I'm like, that's such a fucking blatant
what?
lie. Like yeah, go watch the Daredevil video that
So the
she
whole
made.
episode was
She
dedicated
just
to
like,
Miss. So the whole episode was dedicated to Miss Marvel. When Miss Marvel wasn't even in the episode.
yeah, yeah. She's like, oh, they constantly reference
She
Miss
dead.
Marvel in the show, and how the episode only happens because of Miss Marvel, and it's like such a blatant lie. It's like, and people in the comments, even some people did called her out. They're like, hey, that doesn't actually happen at all. Like that's just a straight up lie. Mhm. And yeah, so it's like now you can't really believe anything she says.
Hmm.
Um, I wouldn't believe a thing she says because it's all just exaggerative, and she just, it's all just to rile up people and stuff.
She
Oh
misses. So
shit.
she misses the positives of that in that Avengers film and missed that era. Here's the thing. From the era of the first Avengers, I mean, no, the MCU is not where it once was. It hasn't really changed that much. It really hasn't changed that much. Um,
No, yeah.
superhero superhero films. It's always been the same. And maybe that's the problem with the superhero in general, but it really hasn't changed that much since the first Avengers. Okay? Okay. She's just apathetic about the film, and having a hard time articulating why Clark didn't feel like himself at a glance.
First off,
How do
you're looking at a trailer, and
you,
also she's asking him tough questions that
how do
he
you,
takes extremely personal, and it's like,
how do you,
yeah, what do you expect? What are you expecting? The guy not have any emotions?
how do
Like
you
you
make a
you you
video?
literally, yeah, go, sorry.
Okay, you could. I'll let you finish, but I think you should answer this too because this is stupid. Here, this is stupid. How can you make a comparison between Marvel Rivals, a video game, and a whole MCU? Like, they're two different things.
Yeah, that's another thing she likes to do. She always like, oh, the Fantastic Four and Marvel Rivals should be what we get in the MCU. And you're like, first off, no. Why would we have designs that look like Marvel Rivals, right? Like Marvel Rivals is highly stylized. Like I don't think any of
Yeah,
the characters in the movie should look like they should. I mean, if there are characters introduced in Marvel Rivals, like Jeff the Land Shark or Luna Snow, like you could take design cues, but I don't want them to look identical. It doesn't even make
the
sense with
thing
the
is,
designs that they have in the MCU.
video game costumes and Marvel and comic book costumes on TV in a big screen, they look ridiculous. If you're not trying to make a joke out of them and they're trying to take them seriously, they don't.
Mhm.
They make him look serious because like some looks in comic books and video games costumes, they can't work for TV or movies unless it's a joke of a costume, right? Unless it's a joke,
Like
right?
the whole point of first off, one, they're trying to do something unique with the Fantastic
Yeah,
Four. If they just did generic futuristic movie right off the bat, I don't know how well that would have done. Like, yeah, maybe if it was good, people would still watch it. But I think the fact that it has a unique visual style and it takes place in the
And
'60s, like,
and I guarantee
I
you,
don't know what's
people that
wrong
play
with
Marvel
that.
well, most of the people that play Marvel well are going to see the Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, I
Probably.
mean, yeah, that's another thing too. Out of curiosity, if they
Yeah, they
didn't
have
know anything
Sting.
about the characters,
They have. I mean, look, it's an all Marvel thing, right? It's everything Marvel property. So they have Marvel MCU skins and all that stuff, right?
yeah, we're
Um,
gonna 100% get the Fantastic Four movie skins in this game.
oh, for sure, probably. Um,
Yeah, right when the movie comes
I
out, they'll have
guarantee.
it.
Is Doctor Doom a playable character yet? Well, he should be.
Not yet, no. He's in the story, but
Oh,
he's not a playable character. Yeah, I'm sure when Doomsday comes
yeah,
out, he probably will be playable.
yeah, and it's gonna be a Robert Downey Jr. skin. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
that's gonna happen.
But
Dude,
yeah,
that's a
but
mark. Yeah,
sure,
that's a
her whole
marketing.
thing is like, what I hate about these YouTubers is that they never can admit that their channel is rage bait because they know it's a like a offensive term because it's like, well, you're making content and people are calling my stuff rage bait. But at the same time, it's like you're making this type of content because it makes you money. Like, look how many views she has when she's
Yeah.
constantly complaining about Marvel. And like, and all the people in her comments are just like, yeah, yeah, what you're saying is true. What you're saying is true. And you're like, first off, one, she's getting basic facts wrong, right? Like, if you're gonna like put out rage bait, like at least get the facts right and then try to spin it. Like that's what all these chuds do, right? They all take information and then they just spin it to fit their fucking narrative. But with her, it's like, are you even paying attention? Like, are
Right.
you like coherent? Do you understand what the fuck is going on? Because like you clearly don't, right?
No.
And a lot of the criticisms that you have don't even really make sense. Like she said how Daredevil or Matt Murdock is a passive character the entire season, which it's like you don't even know what that word means. It's like that's not a passive character is a character who pretty much like the plot guides them and they don't make any decisions whatsoever. Meanwhile, the entire show is about Daredevil making a active decision to not be Daredevil because of it's going to push him into a dark path. And
Yeah.
which he eventually accepts that, yes, things are getting so bad that I eventually have to go into that dark path. That's the entire arc that he has in the show. Like, what are you talking
It's like
about?
it's like these people read the comics but don't understand the comics.
I don't think they even read the comics though. That's
Maybe.
another thing too. I think they maybe read a couple of comics and then they have like this, I don't know, maybe they don't remember or like I really don't think she's like reading a ton of comics based on the stuff that she's saying. Like she was like, "Oh, she was saying something about Reed Richards where I'm like, it's almost as if you don't even know the character like at all. Like she was trying to make it seem like, oh, Reed Richards is his personality doesn't match up with Pedro Pascal, and I
What
can't
does
remember
that
exactly.
mean?
She did not say, because one of the things is like Reed is like this kind of, sometimes he's distant, sometimes he's trying to learn and struggle with how
Isn't that
distant
what Joel
he
Miller
is.
kind of is? Isn't Joel kind of
Yeah, and
like
that's what
that?
I was saying. I was yes, I was saying the same thing. I'm like, well, he has played a character like that. It's just
Yeah.
that this is going to be more of a Marvel movie, so he is going to be still kind
Yeah.
of a fun character, which that is kind of closer to Reed Richards of the incarnation that we know. He's not like, a bland character at all. No, he just
No.
has flaws. That's really it. Like, but the way that she always frames these characters, it's like it seems like she has like a total misunderstanding of the character, or she has this like I can
But the
understand,
person
right? Like you don't read every single character, but you kind of get the gist of them. That's what it seems like when she's saying and talking. Like
person
well,
that
she only knows the gist of all the characters she's talking about.
Reed Richards doesn't fit the personality of Pedro Pascal. It's kind of acting for a reason.
Yeah,
You're supposed to
exactly.
think that
Fuck, these
they're
people
not
can't wrap their
they're
minds
not
around that.
they're not fucking Seth Rogen who plays basically the same character all the time. Once in a while, play a
Well,
serious character.
well, another thing that's annoying with her videos is like He's like, oh, I know how to make movies and people like my movies. Listen, the movies that you make are not, they're literally student short film, low budget movies. They're okay for what you're doing, but they're not high quality movies. Let's be honest. You do not know how a $200 million movie operates and
No,
functions just because you make a fucking short film. Stop it. Stop it. Seriously, stop it.
you
You might
you
not,
don't you don't.
and your storytelling skills are not even fully developed. Like, what are you talking about that you know more about storytelling and all this stuff like that? It's like, get the fuck out of
If
here.
if she knew more about storytelling, she wouldn't be on YouTube at
Well,
all.
if you knew about storytelling, then her short film should have been a fucking amazing, and you should
Yeah,
have put it in a film festival or some shit.
it sounds
Like that's
like
what you should do if you have such an
you know
amazing
what?
talent or skill.
It sounds like another one of those people that get rejected, like, and was not good
Well, it
enough.
just seems like someone who I don't know how old she is. That's another thing too. Like I don't know if she's like in her 20s. She looks like someone who's like just
I
barely
don't think
turned
she's in her
20.
20s.
I
I
don't
don't think.
know. I really don't know. But based on her old videos, she's been doing this for quite some time. Like so I don't really know, right? But she does come across like a immature kind of person. Like she doesn't really understand certain things, or people have been boosting her up, and like I don't know, man. I guess that's what
Yeah.
happens when you have like a big fan base, but
How long has she been doing this for? How long? Oh, her account. She started 2016. Yeah. All right. So what else is there? I don't know because I might be eating soon. What was I gonna say? Oh man, who is your Wonder Woman? Is it Bix?
yeah, we I agree with that. It should be her.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know
people are gonna
Tony.
always talking about the build and all that shit like that. I
Yeah.
don't think that really matters anymore. I mean, Gal Gadot was Wonder Woman. She was tall, but she was not built at all.
Well, Gal Gadot. The thing about Gal Gadot, the part is not with her acting ability, but she knows how to fight because she learned that in the Israeli army.
Right.
Um, so that's what
I
got
mean,
her.
she's
I
not
mean,
a
but I
very
don't think.
but she's a tall, but she's not built at
Yeah,
all.
but I
These
don't think
people
that
want
really.
like
Honestly,
a six
I don't think.
four Wonder Woman and shit.
I really don't think that really matters because it's gonna be most of the time a stunt double and stunt double anyway doing those kind of scenes, right?
Right.
So, uh, Tony
Some
pointed this
people
out to
get
us.
oh,
Po-
what did Tony
Yeah.
say?
Well, I know Degrassi doesn't like Tony, but Tony's also pointed this out that she might be autistic. Yeah, but the thing is,
Jester Bell? Yeah, I think
yeah,
so.
but I know autistic people are that are not like this. I mean,
Yeah, but she's like, I don't know. To me, it seems like there's way too many. No offense, but it
I
seems like there's tons and tons of people who are autistic online, and it like varies to a certain point. Like some people are okay, and then there's like extreme people, and I
the
don't know if
thing
she's
is,
high functioning autistic, but she just
the
comes
thing
across
is,
like it based on the things she says.
yeah. The problem is, if she is, most of the people that watch her are not going to know that, and the people
No,
that detract her are not going to know that. So, like, sorry, like, it's an unfortunate thing though. This happened. This right? Like, people are not going to know that. And look, Ella Purnell. I mean, I'm excited for Fallout. But yeah, I
Laura
think you agree with me on that.
Purnell, not as Wonder Woman, but I'm trying to think. She for a
I don't
DC
know.
character.
I don't know.
Actually, you know what? You could play Zatanna. You could be an
She can.
interesting Zatanna.
She'll be back in the sequel for Army of the Dead. I'm kidding.
Bruh. Hell fucking no.
I'm glad she's. Like, I don't want to. I hope she's
I
like.
remember
Yeah,
I
no.
was looking at yeah, it is a spectrum. Yeah, I mean it is a spectrum for
Yeah,
sure. I mean that's how you you know determine people and stuff.
but
But for her, like I don't know. I don't know. So the way
that's
she comes across, it does seem like she is
but
autistic.
does autistic make you make thumbnails like that, hating on everything? Is that like an autistic
No,
thing?
no, 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 no. She knows that it makes money.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why she's doing this.
Yeah. So
I'm
is
sure her
autistic?
YouTube like like her YouTube check is probably
So,
decent. So I don't know why she has to even say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do rage bait." It's like your entire thing is rage bait. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
like I'm sorry, the autistic excuse cannot you cannot use that all the time if you make rage bait videos. Like,
Yeah,
all right, It's- I'm sorry. Like, I know there's been autistic people in my chat or that I understand. I understand comic book stuff like that. They don't have the kind of thinking like her when it comes to that stuff. So I don't. I think
but
I'm.
she always gets defensive though. If you notice, like
Yeah.
when you give her criticism, like she has to be like, "This is why the blah 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 blah, what you said is wrong," and she like goes in like extreme detail. I don't know. th- I don't know
Yes.
why you need to do that based on like a comment that doesn't even have one like on it. Like let people
She's.
believe whatever. Like who cares?
Yeah. She'll use it as a shield.
Yeah,
Like.
you're getting tens of thousands of comments. You don't need to highlight one comment. It just kind of shows like you're thinking way too much about
Yeah.
this shit. Like let them have their opinion. Like who cares?
Yeah. And also looking back at her video on her rant on Johnny Storm Villages, a reminder that this is a Fantastic Four team that's well established. That means Johnny Storm might be matured in his film. Yeah, I mean, like this is not a new team that just formed together. They've been around. They've been around each other, established team. So, and we don't know how many years they've been together. The Fantastic Four. It's just we just assume they've been around for some time. And
I think
also,
they
we
didn't
don't.
they confirm how many years? Like it's only been like a couple of
And
years since they've been the
And I
Fantastic
think
Four.
I don't think Johnny Storm is all that much mature either. I mean, he kind of bum rushed, tried to attack Silver Surfer head on, like a mature person would do that. Like he's kind of a hothead still. I still think he's a hothead. Okay, he may not be like he may not. The thing is, Chris Evans, Johnny Storm is not normally like that all the time.
No, he evolves into that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
also, I don't necessarily like okay, like Johnny Storm does not start off as this like womanizer. Like
no,
that kind of comes later on. Like he definitely does
and
flirt with people. He was dating Crystal, right? Crystal from Inhumans.
yeah,
So it's like he kind of
he was
has that personality a little bit, but
he was
it's
a
not it's
womanizer.
not
He was a
it's not
womanizer.
like it's not like Chris Evans. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, he was a womanizer before it became before the Human Torch in the first Fantastic Four movie. Didn't he come to like? Didn't he come with women to? Didn't he come with like two girls or something at the time?
Yeah.
Like
But also I feel like you like I don't know, there's womanizer. There's a certain term where it's like someone who's maybe like a womanizer is
yeah,
someone who's I would say is like, yeah, you're with different women, you think pretty low of women, but you also get with a lot of women. Uh that's how I would categorize someone who's a womanizer, right?
like that's the
But I wouldn't
perception he was.
say Johnny Storm is a womanizer.
I see. Like that's the thing that Tony Stark is, right? Tony Stark is like that. Like Tony Stark is more of a womanizer than Bruce Wayne because Bruce Wayne does it as a cover. He doesn't really he doesn't really sleep with them or bring them home to tap back to his place because he can't. He can't obviously for obvious reasons. They may accidentally get into the Batcave, discover secret identity. Bruce, like Batman, pretends to be that, right? But he's not really a womanizer.
I
He's
don't
doing
think
the
Johnny Storm hates women. That's the thing. I don't think he
no.
hates women, and I don't think
Really?
he's a womanizer. I wouldn't say that. I
Really?
think he is ends up with a lot of different women or dates a lot of different women and flirts a lot. But again, I don't like I
I
that's not a
he loves attention.
womanizer.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
That's not a womanizer. Like, yeah, womanizer, I feel like they do have a certain like Bond, the original James Bond is definitely a womanizer because yeah, he kind of
yeah,
does throw around women and
yeah,
he doesn't really care, right? Yeah,
yeah,
I would not describe Johnny Storm as that at all.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
very, I would say maybe a better way is just that he's a very flirty, always trying to be with different women. But again, he doesn't, I mean, because he loves his sister. So how could he be a womanizer if he's very supportive of his sister?
and his sister's very
That part I
protective.
don't really agree with.
And his sister's very protective of Johnny Storm, and Sue is
Mhm.
the one that calls him out on his immaturity at times, right? Like he's like it's his sister, but it's like a mother. She's like a motherly figure to him too, right? Because that's because like you can see it. You can see it because Vanessa Kirby is like 20 years older than Joseph Quinn. Because Joseph Quinn is in the young 20s maybe,
Mhm.
and Vanessa Kirby is like in her
No, he's in his
young
30s.
maybe late 30s 40s. He's in
Wait, you're
Joseph
talking
Quinn's in
about
his
the
30s.
characters or the actual
What?
actors? Thought he was.
The
I thought
actress
he
and
was in his
actress.
early
So
30s. I don't think
Joseph,
Joseph
he
Quinn
played
is in his
well.
late 20s. I think he's like in his. I think he's in his early 30s. We can look it up and see, but I thought he was in his early 30s.
Well, he's 31 years old. I guess it's because he was
Yeah.
in Stranger Things and he's a very
I
old
mean,
high
there's
school
still people
student.
who are like Louis Pullman. He's like in his early 30s too, but he comes across like he's supposed to be like, I don't know, mid
Yeah,
20s or early 20s in
it
Thunderbolts.
was. Oh, Vanessa Kirby's only
Mhm.
like 5 or 6 years older than him. My point was because Jessica Alba and Chris Evans didn't look that much older. The age difference, they didn't look that much older. They almost looked like the same age, even though you could tell she's older.
Mhm.
Here, Vanessa Kirby clearly looks older than, like, much older than Joseph Crane, even though Joseph Crane is only about 5 years younger,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
Johnny Storm is like late teens, early 20s. And I don't
Yeah.
know if they have different mothers though in the comics, though. I don't know about that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna mention their because spoilers here. You're gonna see. I mean, she's pregnant. You're gonna see Franklin in this movie
Mhm.
because Funko spoiled that because Funko's stupid.
Yeah,
Whatever.
they
That's
spoiled
that's how.
the uh,
And oh, why did they call him Franklin? Because that's the parents of Soon and Johnny Storm, Franklin, right? The father,
mhm.
right? I think that's correct. So
Yeah, I think that's their father's name. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised Funko always spoils stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the Superman leaks spoiled that little
I
baby
know,
alien.
I know. Yeah, Michael J. Fox. I mean, Michael J. Fox was not supposed to be
Yeah.
a Marty McFly. It was supposed to be the guy Eric Stoltz. I heard
Well,
I heard a
actually,
story.
no. Michael J. Fox was supposed to be in Back to the Future, but they couldn't get him because he was busy with that sitcom
Happy
show that
Days.
he did. Yeah.
What's it happy? No, not
So
Happy Days. What's it Happy
so
Days?
then they filmed with what's his
What's it
name?
called?
Yeah, you just said his name.
Eric
They
Stoltz.
filmed Yeah, they filmed with them and then they were like, no, this isn't gonna work. And so they had to go back and reshoot it. And then they got Michael J.
I
Fox, but they had to agree to
not
film
Happy
it
Days.
at
I forgot what
night
it's
or
called. Can we?
something.
Yeah,
I don't remember the sitcom's name, but yeah.
I think he left. I think he left the set of the show and had to go
And
to
then he had
like
to go film.
the parking lot scene right at the beginning. You know, the
No,
night
he did
scene.
that for the entire
Oh yeah,
Back to the
Family
Future,
Tie.
except
Thank
for
you. Yeah,
the I think besides the day scenes, they had to figure it out or something, like film on a weekend or something. It was really hectic. That's all I remember.
yeah.
That yeah, he
That's
was
a good
like,
move because
yeah, I mean
they
that
felt
did
like
boost
I
his
mean
career a lot.
they felt Eric because they were filming Eric Stoltz and they felt this wasn't not working and they we'll try again and they got him. They
Yeah,
just, oh, he's coming back. What's Shrinking, that Apple show, and he's coming to Fed
right.
Expo. Oh, there's a rumor. There's rumors like
Interesting.
there's rumors about like a reboot for Back to the Future or something.
That's never gonna fucking happen.
I don't
If it
know,
is,
man.
then it has to. It's gonna be with because they what's his name who directed it and the writer too. They
Jason
said they're like
Zemeckis,
on. Yeah, Robert Zemeckis. Robert
Robert.
Zemeckis said um yeah, even when he dies, they're not gonna make a fucking Back to the Future movie.
Yeah,
So I don't. Here's the thing though, like I feel like at some point they will, like
I
you know what I mean,
know.
like that's the one property where they're like, yeah, that can make us a shit ton of money, right?
Not a reboot, a sequel. Oh
A
man,
sequel, yeah, a
I feel like
sequel.
I don't know how it'll work. I feel be like it'd be like a new a a new protagonist with like Christopher Lloyd's character, like Tom Holland, Marty
Mm.
McFly. Fuck. Oh, no, me too, Tom Holland. Imagine if you see Tom Holland on a skateboard or a hoverboard or whatever. Oh my god. Make it Back to the Future. Oh, that'd be hilarious if they're making a multiverse film. That'd be hilarious. Oh man. Uh, yeah.
We'll
Well,
see.
Michael J. Fox. Nate.
Oh, I guess Aaron's gonna go for dinner. Tom Holland as Marty McFly's son. Oh
I
boy, the
gotta go. You want?
Bob's really. Yeah,
I
they
gotta
have.
go.
Yeah,
It's
that's what
dinner
I
time.
think.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh, other. That
well,
there
they
won't be
really
a
have
last.
no say. They always talk like they have some say. They always say, "Oh my," even when I'm dead, they're never going to be able to make it. They always say shit like that. So I just figured
Yeah.
that, yeah, maybe there's something that they have that other directors and writers don't. But I don't know. Yeah,
All right. Yeah. So I gotta go eat dinner, guys. Um. Um. But let you know, there is gonna be a Last of Us stream tonight.
yeah,
Okay, episode
we'll see.
6.
Flashback episode.
Yeah. Yeah, episode 6 tonight. So I'll be streaming again, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. I'll see you guys Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. I mean, I might be better again by then. I'm actually. You know what I think? I think the allergies worked. The allergy pill worked.
Hmm.
Took the
Yeah,
allergy pill.
that does. I mean, it might work for a little bit though.
Yeah. All right,
'Cause, yeah, you
later,
might
guys.
have that 100-day cough. That shit's annoying.
Yeah. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below, guys. Bye. I better
These
not. There's
guys.
one thing. Before I said bye, I better not fucking flare up during Superman.
Mm.
Or Fantastic
Uh,
Four. Bye, guys.